far, so good. Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you. Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you eat those words.
There's no time to play games. You won't even...
Shadow. So as you may have noticed... Wow, I am just sucking at this. That was pathetic. That was just pathetic. What the heck was that? So, before we get to that, I want to show something off real quick. If you look over here, you'll see in this cage is Big the Cat. Big, why are you in a cage in the middle of a battle arena in the middle of the dang forest? I don't know. But as you can tell by now, Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the more cinematic games in the Sonic library. I think it's one of the first. I think this game started the trend of having more cinematic moments in Sonic. But as you've noticed, the sound syncing in Sonic Adventure 2 is not good. Adventure 1 had decent sound syncing, but in this one, there are instances where the characters will talk over each other, the lines will be overpowered by the music in some cases, and you're just like, who synced this sound up? Also, side note, there's a glitch you can do in here, where if you do a specific move and land it right, you can sit still and have Shadow hurt himself on you and never have to worry about getting hit at all in this fight. It is ridiculous. I've never done it, but you can do it. Stage 5, Green Forest.
Shadow, what are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it!
Blows up? You gotta get out of here. Find Amy and Tails. Right away.
Once again, the music is great. But yeah, like I said in the previous part, for every one or two things that Sonic Adventure 2 does right, it does a few things wrong. For instance, when it comes to the staging of its story, it seems very, very lazy. You know, like this story is like really epic. There are high stakes. There are things that it's like, if this happens, you get a real sense that there are consequences to you losing. But it's hampered by the fact that the story itself feels like it was puppeteered and edited in a weekend, you know? And it sucks because the voice acting is pretty good. It's pretty good for this game. The lip syncing sucks because the lip syncing is synced to Japanese voices. And there's the Golden Beetle. And if I remember correctly, if we go up here and hit that and do this and then do that and then do that, and here we are, the Ancient Light. This gives us the light speed attack from Sonic Adventure 1. But the main issue is that when you look back to the cutscene that opened this level up, you'll note that the life counter, the ring counter, the timer, and the point counter were all in the cutscene. What the heck am I doing? I'm just dying all the time. Oh, I never knew about that grind rail. Learn something new every day. But yeah, it's like you get up here and it's like, did they forget to have that cutscene happen before the level proper? Was that something that they initially wanted to do and then decided at the last second not to do it? And the motion capture for this game, which, by the way, this is one of the earlier games to use motion capture, is very clearly acted by people who are over-exaggerating. It's like think of like Power Rangers when they're actually in the Power Ranger costume, not like, if you're from America anyway, because those scenes where, because the scenes where they're actually, where the Power Rangers, okay, so bit of a side note here, the scenes where the Power Rangers are in their costumes was not filmed in America. The only bit of the American Power Rangers that was filmed in America was with the actual actors voicing in English. When they're in their Ranger costumes, that's actually the Japanese footage. Those are the Japanese actors doing the moves. So, yeah, bit of trivia there for you. And a Sonic. Oh my good gracious! I'm just messing up all over the place. Like, wow, this is terrible. I gotta pick this up. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta pick this up. But yeah, it's like you get around to it. You get around to the story bits of the game, the bit they want you to take seriously, and it's like the way they produced it is really hard to take it seriously. And I'm like, could you guys have not spent another like month or two to clean it up? The motion capture needed to be less hammed up. The voice work needed to be more, well, it needs to be heard better.
Barely made it.
I still love this game though, don't get me wrong. It just has its issues, you know? Stage 6, Pumpkin Hill.
This place sure feels haunted. There's no time to lose. I have to hurry and find the Master Emerald.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, there are just things that this game does that I really love and things it does that I don't like. And one of the things that it does well that I really do love is that, once again, like for every one thing it does right, it does something wrong. For the Knuckles stages, the treasure hunting stages, they gave Knuckles his own uniquely designed stages, which is something that I feel is a very good thing. However, the detriment to it, the thing that they got wrong was the Emerald Radar. The reason why the treasure hunting stages in the original adventure were so, well, the reason why the Emerald stages in Adventure were not as obtrusive, and I can guarantee that you would enjoy them, is because the actual Emerald stages, you could find the emeralds in whatever order you wanted. You didn't have to worry about skull puppy. You didn't have to worry about having to find one to find the other to find the other. And when you make the stage layout like this, when you make it where you have to find one piece of the emerald to find another, it makes the stages drag on way too long. Once again, I appreciate having individual stage layout. I appreciate having stage design that is pretty much designed to encourage exploration and designed to flex your brain muscles, as well as giving you unique things to look for in order to find the emerald pieces. Like when you look at the hints, in the monitors in here, they actually give you specific directions, specific landmarks to look for in order to find the emerald pieces. And when you look at them, they are clearly defined landmarks. Which tells you that they knew what they were doing when they made the stages. I just question why they locked the Emerald Radar off the way they did. It just seems like an unnecessary hindrance. So it's like, if they ever brought this kind of treasure hunting back, I would say mix this level design with the Emerald Radar from the first game and you'd be fine. As a matter of fact, I believe if you go onto Steam and get Sonic Adventure 2, they actually have it modded to where you can find the Master Emerald shards in any order you please. That should tell you right there how bad of a change this was. There we go. Perfect, not bad. like I said, you want to, like I said, and as you can tell, finding the emerald shards when they first activate in less than a minute will definitely will help net you a perfect score. So always keep that in mind when you're treasure hunting in these levels. And now that being said, even though I do like these levels, they can get a bit egregious at times. There are three specific levels that, well, two of them are objectively egregious, like they didn't need to be designed the way they were. One of them is a personal pet peeve of mine, and it's my least favorite level in the game, and we'll get to it when we get to it. Believe me, we will. But right now, positive thoughts, as it were. But yeah, what's going on here? Well, oh yeah, the music in the Knuckles stages. Yeah, so you know how I really liked Knuckles' theme in Sonic Adventure 1, and how I thought it was a good way to indicate the kind of character Knuckles was. Well, they elected to give him more hip hop rap kind of R&B rap kind of music for his stages. And they're ridiculous. Like they are straight up ridiculous. And I can't make up half the words the dude's saying. I really can't. It's definitely pertinent to what you're doing in the level. It's like it's describing trying to look for the Master Emeralds, trying to find your way around the levels, but I mean, and the beats are good too, so I'll give it that. But like the lyrics are just beyond goofy. Like Goofy's looking at these lyrics and going, "That's too goofy." And he's like going like, "That's too goofy." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing something wrong here. Now, where is that last Master Emerald shard? Oh, there we go. This should be probably over here by this gray stone.
It's closer.
And there you go.
I found him.
But yeah, that's what I mean, is like having the radar locked the way it does. If you want to hide the emerald pieces around, fine, I'm not going to stop you. But at the very least, give me the ability to find them in any order rather than having me go one at a time, because it just adds unnecessary time to the counter trying to find the pieces. It's inconvenient.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears and listen to me very carefully. My name is Dr. Eggman, the world's greatest scientist, and soon to be the world's greatest ruler. Now witness the beginning of the greatest empire of all time.
Look! Half of the moon is gone?
Eggman! Oh, that creep never gives up.
But how did he manage to harness all that energy?
It's got to be the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, that's the reason they were looking for him. Tails?
The Chaos Emeralds are like magnets. They have the power to attract each other. I can use that to find where Eggman is.
Put your hands up in the air and get off the ground!
I'll take care of the police while you try and find a way out of here. Find Eggman.
Got it! The three of you. That means me too. Hey, wait!
Stage 7, Mission Street. Elude enemy pursuit. And here we go. We are now all on the run. Fugitives for, I'm guessing, blowing up an island. So we still don't know what it is Sonic got framed for by the Black Hedgehog. In the opening cutscene to warrant him being a fugitive. I also love how Tails is wanted like $1 million, but they don't know how old he is. Like the description of that tells you his height, his species, but it doesn't tell you how old he is. Also, you have the booster now. This lets you to hover. No risk to it. Even though you're on a ship that had like a jet on the bottom of it, you could use the hover, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, I want to go back to that little cutscene we had earlier. Some of y'all may be looking at that cutscene going, wow, those models look horrible. Would you be surprised to learn that for the time they were considered really good? Oh man, how 3D graphics have aged too. They have aged like milk. Even that little girl that went to hold her mother's hand, I remember that being like such a big deal, and now it just looks terrible. But I do love that cutscene though, because I liked how Eggman has like his little intro theme, which was the theme they gave Eggman inside this game is still one of my favorite Eggman themes of all time. I mean, I like the new one they gave him in 06, but nothing, in my mind, nothing beats the I Am the Eggman theme in Adventure 2. It's just so over the top and ridiculous, and nothing better exemplifies how perfect it is for him than that cutscene. Because you pay attention to the cutscene, you'll see that in the background, you see the words Eggman Empire written in every single language around the world. But if you look closely, you'll see smaller text that reads, "I am genius, I am great." I'm like, but you are poor grammar. Like, I'm sorry, man. I can't take you seriously if you can't get your grammar right. I just can't. I just can't. Oh man. And there's Big the Cat once again in the bottom left corner. Feel free to rewind the video to see him fishing over the edge of a thing. So, fun fact: the reason why Big the Cat is actually in Adventure 2 Battle specifically, because I believe the cameos only happen in the battle re-release of the game, which I should probably go ahead and mention that now. There are two versions of Sonic Adventure. There's the original Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast, and then there's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle that came out on the GameCube. Now, it came out, I want to say, a little under a year after the Dreamcast version was released, because at that point the Dreamcast was a dying console, which is unfortunate because it did a lot of things right that, oh lord, they shot me dead. They shot me dead. Time to die! I probably got shot by a fighter jet, because there are fighter jets in the level that will just randomly sneak up on you and shoot you. Don't know how a fighter jet sneaks up on you, but it does. But yeah, I was on a roll here. But yeah, Big the Cat. So Big the Cat is widely regarded as one of the worst characters to ever be put in the Sonic franchise. Mostly because of, if you ask me, it's mostly because of his gimmick in Adventure 1 and how intrusive it was. Actually, now that we're back here, I can actually go ahead and show you the cameo. We'll let this bridge fall real quick. So if you look down there, you see him fishing right down there. I don't know what he's fishing for. We're in the middle of the city, but he's fishing. But yeah, the Omochao got hit by the trap. You got the Omochao's, okay, going on too many tangents here. Let's focus on one. So Omochao's a new character introduced in this game. He's Cincy tutorial mode if you need it. You often bump into him when you don't want to. He's been a bit of a meme as someone who explains the bleeding freaking obvious. But you can actually hurt him in the games, and he gets real mad at you when you do. It's really funny. But yeah, back to Bait the Cat. The reason so in the GameCube version of Adventure 2 Battle, I believe is when they first started introducing the Bait the Cat cameos. They would allow it has Big doing various goofy things in the background, like waving his arms, running away from the gun police, fishing in places that make no sense, just appearing at least once in every level. You have to look for him. I don't think you get anything for finding him inside the game, especially on the Xbox 360 re-release where they added achievements to the game. But he's in the game. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I believe the reason why Bait the Cat is in the game as often as he is because the creator of Bait the Cat, I forget his name. Actually, no, yeah, Yuji Naka, because he's the guy who did, who actually is one of the heads, let's see, one of the creative minds behind Sonic. I think one of the 3 creative minds behind Sonic. And one of the driving forces of the game series up until 06, which, you know, that's a topic for another time. He got so sick of people saying how much they hated the character that he said, screw it, I'm just gonna put him in the game as often as possible to annoy you guys. That's literally, Bait the Cat is in the game to troll the Sonic fan base who don't like him. That's the only reason he's in the game, and I love it, and I love this guy for doing it. It's so good. It's so good. It's just so freaking stupid.
I did it!
But at any rate, I've been Anansi. This has been Sonic Adventure 2. I'll catch you later.
That was easy.
It's still passing, Tails. We'll take it.